Hello and welcome back. We've got a Division 14 match here in the semifinals between UNLV's C team and Baylor's D team. I'm joined once again by National Master John Williams, also known as
Hello.
Butta on Twitch. Uh, these two teams have actually played before, but earlier in the regular season, and UNLVC won by a score of 10.5 to 5.5.
Wow.
So this is Division 14. This is the lowest division of the Collegiate Chess League this season. We just came off a thrilling, unbelievable match in Division 1 between U Chicago and Yale, with U Chicago winning. And I saw a comment in chat saying we're going from D1 to D14, but the quality of chess is going to remain the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like a D14 ending right there. What was that? Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
we saw one of the biggest queen blunders in Collegiate
Of
Chess
all
League
time.
history.
All time in CCL for sure.
um, yeah, I see ChessWeb in the chat. I'm really sorry. That's really unfortunate. Um, but still, you guys are in it for next weekend. So
Indeed.
try to end on a good note there. So good luck on that. Um, but yeah, so D14, we have a result already, I see.
Do we now? Ethan Cusack. Do you think he's related to John and or Joan Cusack?
No idea.
Do you know who those people are?
Are they like famous actors?
They are famous actors. Have you seen the movie School of Rock?
Yes.
Okay, Joan Cusack is the principal.
Hmm. Uh, all right. I don't think they are related, for the record.
What makes you say that? How would you even know?
Just a hunch. I don't know.
That doesn't feel very satisfying.
Uh,
Um, I would like to point out though, Topher Ofer has played an absolutely excellent game for a 700. I'm very impressed, and it's making me inclined to root for Baylor, frankly.
Rooting for Baylor.
Yeah,
I'm
this is
rooting for
good chess.
Vegas. Uh, Vegas obviously they won in the regular season. I
Viva Las
visited
Vegas.
visited Vegas. Good friends with their captain, their club president Kevin Reyes. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping to go to Vegas in June to play in the National Open. Always have a good time
Um,
playing there.
Indeed. Topher Ofer does need a little bit of work on those king of pawn endings, but you know what?
He got the
Still,
job
very
done.
solid game
Yeah,
from the
legit
Topo.
chess. Perhaps a early resign. You never know in D14 when you can pull off the stalemate.
You never know in D1, apparently.
You never know. You never resign, especially with the game on the line like that. Um, but nonetheless, Topher Ofer ties the score up for Baylor, and I'm looking
Oh,
at
B8 Queen, stalemate alert. Ethan doesn't allow it. Fair enough, fair enough.
nice, and now promote to Queen or Rook as mate.
Oh man. Unfortunately, um, what is this person's name? Jacob Bales is, you know, his dark squares are not doing so hot.
Well, his his material imbalance is striking to say the least.
It is apparent. Check, check, mate.
I like how Jacob has spelled their username. So after that, the score is tied. Apparently, we have the bottom two boards upsetting both top two boards.
I like it.
Um,
So what's the score
it's 2-2.
after one? 2-2?
Yep.
Nice.
I don't even know if the score or the ratings are so Dormammu 1257, legit chess, and lost their game.
I like this username, Beep Derple.
Yeah, against Marcus cubed. Both these players are 800.
Joe, it's actually Marcus.
The extra S gets me every time, dude. Um, oh, we gotta watch Ethan versus Ethan
This is the Ethan matchup. Only the winner gets to still be called Ethan. We need to come up with a nickname
for the
for the
loser.
losing Ethan.
I yeah, I couldn't.
A friend of mine, he has three roommates whose names are Ethan, Elin, and Evan. What are the odds of that?
It's too confusing.
The Evan is especially troll because it's spelled like the other ones but pronounced differently. What's that kind of what's that called? There's a word for that. Does anybody in chat know? Like oh,
No.
what's a good example? Like throw and tough. They each have the OUGH, you know? So like they look like they should rhyme. They're like
Why'd you
visual
pronounce
rhyming
it
words.
throw when you meant through?
Sorry, through. Yeah. Because I thought of the word throw first, THROW.
Jacob is
But yeah.
playing someone that's not even on the. Hold on.
How does this even happen, man? He just like decided to play a random 5-5 game. Maybe he got a challenge from a chatter.
I sent this guy a chat.
Your chess.com staff, can you like abort their game?
I mean maybe, but I don't want to do that.
Well, is he gonna blunder mate in one?
That would be the easiest. Hold on. How do I send him a chat? Where's like the chat feature? I know how to send a message, but like the chat is like a different thing. Okay, chat here.
Ooh, Marcus taking an early lead up a piece against Beep Durple, who unfortunately fell for a trap.
Or maybe
Hey, Bishop.
is there a reason why he's not playing is his opponent like missing or something? He feels like he can play it. Hold on, who should he be playing is the question.
Did
He should
Legit
be
Chess
playing legit
411 play
chess.
in the first round?
I'm pretty sure they did. I'm following them. Ugh. All right. Try to send this guy a chat.
What's going on here?
All right, I've just sent them a chat. Um, Jeffrey from Temple is saying homophones.
No, homophones are words that sound the same and are spelled differently. It's the like inverse. Words that are um spelled the same but have multiple pronunciations or something.
Hello to Chloe. Good to see you in chat. Oh,
It's gonna drive me crazy, man.
so let's see. Topher should have played legit chess in the first round.
Who did
And he did.
Topher play in the first round?
Yeah,
Did
legit
he play
chess.
legit chess?
Yeah, so legit chess is there.
So legit chess is just getting screwed
he's, he's getting held up.
up. um,
Jacob's like, hold on, let me play 5-5 real quick.
You wanted some practice, man.
Oh my god. Heteronyms.
Let's find out.
It's, I don't know. Okay, we still gotta watch Ethan versus Ethan. So Ethan's actually winning this one. Ethan's up 2 pawns. Ethan's
Yes, it is heteronym. Thank you, whoever in
Ethan's
chat
repping
mentioned that.
the Gotham flare, and he's also repping the North Korea flag.
Interesting.
And he's the top board for Baylor against
Well,
Ethan Cusack.
he's crushing the other Ethan, who's higher rated. So let's see what kind of openings Levy is recommending these days. The Catalan? Question mark? I like it. Finally, a content creator getting some good openings out there. About damn time.
You like the Catalan?
Catalan's a great opening. I don't like it. I hate playing against it, but it's objectively a very good opening.
Well, he was down a pawn, but his opponent blundered a piece. So there's that. And yeah, this is a free rook. Also a free piece. Another free rook. So Ethan won that pretty convincingly against Ethan.
Oh,
So we can no longer call Ethan
well, against
Ethan.
fake Ethan.
Yeah. The anti-Ethan. So
Dark Ethan. You know, we could have Ethan and Dark Ethan.
I was hoping they'd draw, honestly.
That would have brought imbalance to the force, Joe.
It would have been true if they were both even.
Well, they would be even if they were Stevens. Also,
or Evans.
cute line in the Marcus game. After f takes e6, rook takes e6, queen takes b2, rook g6 is mate. After h takes g6, queen g7, queen takes g7 mate. Or if after rook g6 check,
Wait.
queen g7, rook takes g7 is mate.
Saying
Or
queen.
after rook g6 check,
Apparently it's
king
just
f7,
mate
queen e6 is mate.
regardless.
Yes.
With rook e5 now. Or queen e5. Well, okay, well, what was this line? You said queen takes b2, and then what was the follow-up?
Rook g6. Bang.
Rook g6, pawn takes, queen takes. Oh, yeah. So rook e6, king f7, queen e6 is mate in one. Okay.
Or queen g7 after rook g6 check. Rook takes
Oh, rook
g7
takes
is mate.
e8 is mate in one.
Yep.
Nice. So Marcus cubed getting
It's
on the
actually
board.
Marcus squared times Marcus.
Or Marcus cubed times s.
Oh, it could be Marcus cubed times s.
That's a math major for you.
Yeah.
All right, what's happening? Dormammu 3000 versus Topher Ofer.
I don't know, but Topher Ofer, this guy is underrated. I'm telling you.
Topher Ofer. So Baylor has a 2-point lead now, and Jacob is still playing this random. And with the 5-second increment, this game doesn't seem like it's ending quite soon enough.
I think we need to see knight f8 here for Topher Ofer.
Should we give Jacob a point if he wins this game?
No. No. He should be forfeited his round. What?
Yeah, you should.
Oh my god! Now this game's gonna go even longer.
Did he blunder his piece?
He blundered a pawn.
All right, well, let's watch Topher.
Topher does find the knight f8, which is good. His position like is just so cramped and like tied up though. No move like resolves anything for him. You know what I mean?
Topher's also got very low time. Is rook a7 a move? There it is.
I mean, yeah, rook c7 or rook b8. Probably rook a8 now though.
Rook a1 or rook a8. Is rook a8 threatening g6? I guess so.
It is indeed.
There you have it. So maybe like
Knight
bring the king
b6, I
up.
guess.
I was gonna play king h7. 10 seconds.
Yeah, I would just play knight b6 first.
Okay, knight b6. Attacking the rook. Can we try rook b8?
That might run into king h7 and knight fd7. You're going to
Yes.
want to be careful there.
What? Rook f4? Hello?
Really smart move, to be honest.
Really giving up the exchange?
He literally had no other moves almost.
So bishop takes, and
Queen
now,
takes.
okay,
Pawn takes is not
e
good though.
takes. This opens up the
Now
bishop.
we take on now we take on g6 and we just have nothing.
Bishop or knight takes?
Oh, Jacob won his game.
Watch him start another 5-5. Okay, now bishop takes is really good. Now bishop check or rook e1.
Bishop f5, bishop e6 is also very strong.
Dormammu bringing out the moves. Yeah, bishop e6 check. King
Queen
over, and now
h7
queen
now.
h7, threatening mate on g8.
You always have to be worried about rook a8, rook a8 too, so that knight on b6 is stuck 5 ever. So
How do
it's
you
over for
stop?
Topher Ofer.
Okay, sack the exchange. Now pawn takes. And now rook takes b7. Oh, queen doesn't take. Yeah, defending b7. Somewhat smart.
Queen f5, queen f7, and rook takes b7 should end it.
Yeah, it's a big fork on the last two minor pieces. If
A little bit
white can find. Hey, just give queen check.
still there. Come on. Queen f7 check. Queen takes f7. Pawn takes f7. King takes f7. Rook takes b7.
Just bring the other rook
GG.
in.
Ooh,
Now,
rook a8 now.
yep, rook a8. And the
Rook takes
queen
c8
can't defend.
pre-move,
Yeah,
e7 pre-move, e8 pre-move.
GG.
GG.
So Dormammu top board for UNLV getting a point back. And
So what team is Jacob on Baylor?
Jacob's the bottom
They
board
need
from Baylor.
they really need all the help they can get. Uh, my guy.
Well, Jacob beat Dormammu in the first round. Like, why? I'm still confused by the whole.
Just not playing the right person thing.
Like, are they trying to still play that round, or like, what's happening?
No.
Okay, yeah, UNLVC. they they're claiming a forfeit win on that board. So
Barely.
I mean, I think like, yeah, I think Baylor's gonna try to contest it because technically, you have 15 minutes to play the game. So I think like, well, I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. Phantom. I mean, it was very confusing.
You can't just be out here playing the wrong game though. Making
Yeah.
everybody wait. So we got Marcus putting his bishop on
Wait,
d3 in front of his d
I mean,
pawn.
he's
Bold
saying
strategy.
like I don't understand the argument here. They're saying like okay, I just want them to play the game.
And in
But
Topher Ofer's game, we'll see if he can get a bounce back win here against Beep Derpel. Although I don't know if I like Topher Ofer's vibe in this game right now.
as weird as it is, I do think that they should play their match. So
All right.
that's gonna like I don't know.
Rook A2, Marcus, continuing to defy all logic here with every single move. I kind of like his style, though.
Oh man. Okay. Marcus has some weird piece placement, like rook on a2 and bishop on d3.
Yeah, and they seemingly were completely voluntary,
Rook
which is
a2
even more
wasn't a
mystifying.
recapture. Oh wow.
Rook
Okay.
A2 was just a move.
Just trying to get the bishop out, I guess.
Probably he wanted to play knight E2. Yeah, it needed to defend his bishop somehow, but still questionable. And Topher Ofer is not understanding how to count the pieces. This rook on E1 is defended twice by a knight and a rook.
Ah, so well, Topher over was up a bishop. Let's see. So they trapped the bishop with f4, and then they give the piece back. They try to defend the e pawn, but like you said, that rook on e1 is defended by the knight as well.
Oh, fascinating. That bishop was not trapped on G3. It could have just gone to H4. I did not realize he captured on F4.
H4. Yeah. Also a good point.
Interesting.
So mutual piece blunders from both sides, and
And
now,
continuing to blunder more pieces.
yeah, with knight
After
takes,
knight takes E5, knight F3.
bishop takes, and yeah, that's just a self pen. So
Oh, and Marcus is getting punished for poor piece placement.
you love to see it.
A resounding H5 here from Dormammu, and I think Dormammu is just going to take on G4. Don't worry about that pawn on C5.
Yeah, you can take on g4 first because it comes with the beautiful tempo on the
Ret
queen,
on the
as well
queen.
as discovery with the queen. So now bishop takes g4, and this should be wrapping things up here. After queen g2, I'm wondering if we can play f3, queen to
There's queen
g3.
G3 there.
But then I was just thinking bishop
I like
g6.
queen
Oh, but then
H5 here
queen could take.
from
Let's see,
black.
queen g3. Oh, so then black's idea is to simply just put a rook on the d file and then play bishop to d6. Or maybe you could even try for like bishop a7 for bishop b8. Just anything to get the queen off the g file.
Pretty much, yeah. And we do see rook 88, a very nice move from Dormammu. Mm.
All right, so
So we see D3 from Marcus. Now rook
why rook?
E8 from
Yeah,
Dormammu.
putting the rook to the D file, and probably should have played bishop to D6. Maybe E5 is the problem though. But yeah, the second rook should have gone to the E file for sure. Um, yeah, Dormammu's still very comfortably in the lead on this one. The rook
Bit of
makes
a
its way back.
curious one in legit chess's game. Oh, bishop takes B6. Fancy. Is it good? Can we just
And
take
why isn't Jacob
the bishop
playing?
on B6? Because legit chess is in a game currently, would be
No,
my
but
guess.
he should move on to round 3 and play Ethan Cusack, who also isn't playing. Oh, there they go. All right, so we have four round 3 games underway.
And legit chess taking on C3 check, which I don't think is quite that good. I think there was possibilities to try to trap the queen after a takes b6, queen takes a8, maybe with something like a knight a6.
Sorry, I don't know what you're looking at.
I'm looking at Ethane against legit chess.
Taking C6 check. Okay. Yeah, I was looking at Marcus and Dormammu. So we have this interesting bishop D6 move. And the queen can take. I think I looked at this earlier and it's deceiving because black gets this really strong discovery with the bishop, but the problem is the queen can retreat back to G3 and block the check.
Hmm,
But
right.
then queen H2 check, and the problem is
Bishop h3 check to block. Incredible. And
there's
if king h1,
well
queen g2.
there's so many different checks. There's bishop H. They should have probably taken on
Oh, no.
H2 check.
Oh, you just take the
Honestly,
queen. You just take
yeah.
the
I mean,
queen, yeah. I was
yeah,
getting excited for fancy mates, but there's king g1 after queen g2, bishop takes.
no. Well, bishop
No.
G2 is penned.
Well, that's why I was saying queen g2 first. But the problem
Oh,
is that after bishop takes g2, there's king
yeah,
g1.
king G1. So just simply winning the queen is good enough. All right, and Beep Durple takes down Topher, your
He
guy.
did finish off Topher, yeah. Topher had a rough one, a rough go that game.
So UNLV taking the lead back. So where did Topher go wrong?
I think giving the
Oh
piece
yeah,
back.
giving the piece back, getting a piece blundered, and and he just hung a free queen. That's rough. That'll do it. All right, so let's check out Ethane versus Legit Chess.
Ethane. Yeah, very interesting game. I don't like what Ethane did recently, playing c5. Feels not great.
Do you know what Ethane is?
It's like methane, but without the
Do you know what methane is?
It's like ethane, but with the
Ah, yeah. So little organic. We've had a lot of geology lessons or geography lessons.
Mhm.
Um, for organic chemistry lessons, methane is carbon with 4 hydrogens attached. Ethane,
Did you know? Oh, go ahead.
it's 2 carbons attached, and each carbon has 3 hydrogens attached.
Well, did you know that? Ooh, we blunder queen takes
Oh,
c4 here.
also, I just noticed we got a follow from Topher Ofer, so thank you for that, and good luck in your remaining
Love
games.
that.
Hopefully, you're not listening. Also, I see Praveen Balakrishnan was in the chat, and I also missed U Chicago in the chat, but I also missed I am Rosenfald us an hour ago
Oh, Joe.
at the start of the U Chicago match. So shout out to Eric Rosen. Um,
Um,
Also, shout out to
Just
you,
pushing everything.
Chicago, who should be
You're
really.
also missing that Ethane is winning now,
So
just up a
Ethane,
piece.
yeah, nice. Well, hold on. Queen takes knight check, king d2. Oh, that's the problem. Is he thought knight c2 was an intermezzo, but unfortunately, he forgot that the king moves to attack the knight. Black has to take the queen back, otherwise you're going to be down a queen, and there goes your knight on c2. So
He intermezzoed himself. Just don't play like knight d4 and knight e5. That would be unfortunate.
now you can give check, but don't blunder f2. Also, don't go to g7 or to f6. Oh.
F4 now?
No, now there's knight h7. Knight
I
h7
like
was a fork.
I wanted F4, dude. I'm
Win.
playing for mate.
Okay, bishop f1. Go for the knight c7 fork. Oh, this is just an immediate fork. It's just so many forks in this game. You could even go
It's,
to b7 fork.
it's Forktown
Uh,
all over town.
GGville.
The population of
Okay,
Forktown
rook
is
e6,
expanding
another fork
rapidly.
coming. Oh, but blundering c5. How's the other Ethan doing against Jacob? So Jacob got his warm-up game in, and
It looks like he's putting it to good use.
yeah, he's got
King
two extra
d6, king
pawns.
d5 should finish it off here.
The king's entering the match. The
King
king
e6 is an interesting choice, but
king goes to
okay.
the other direction.
Should be pretty much
Peculiar.
the same. We're gonna go
Really?
rook d6, rook d3 check,
I
take on a3, advance with our pawns, and then
Yeah.
advance with our king.
The major problem here, besides being down two pawns, is that white is soon going to run out of moves, whereas black has moves. And once white has no more pawns to push, the rook is going to have to move, and black's going to be able to play like rook e6 and advance the e pawn, flush the king out, and just make progress.
Indeed.
Making passers. That's what it's all about.
c5 is interesting.
Okay, c5. Just going to gobble up that pawn. And now, oh, en passant.
I like it.
They
Oh,
had en
that's all.
passant two different ways they could have chosen.
Wow. What a time to be alive. Rook takes c5 now, threatening. Oh, g2. Rook g6.
E4.
e4. What about rook g6 and then e4 though?
Rook g6 was also juicy. I think they were all great opportunities. Wait, e4? You blunder g2, I guess, huh? I don't know if it matters at all. But, okay, check. King is just walking up the pawns. We have rook to c2. Should be mate soon. Now e3.
Just do it all.
Force king
Just go for it all.
g1. Okay, gotta
a6.
save the b pawn first.
I like it.
Giving no chances at all. Although maybe making a stalemate, if mistaken. Okay, pinning the e pawn. There was rook h2, but grabbing the h6 pawn first.
Oh, it looks like Ethane brought it back against legit chess. Wasn't Ethane? Oh wait, no, Ethane was winning, right? That's right. He was up a rook. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna win momentarily.
He's gonna lose the g pawn though.
You could play h6.
Oh, he blunders the rook. Oh
Dude,
my
is
goodness.
wait. Is Jacob, dude, is he gonna blunder a draw here? Rook
No
d3
shot.
check?
Oh, rook d3. Interesting. Rook d3, the rogue rook. This is what the stalemate's for. Oh, he takes, but rook h1's mate. He needed to give a check. So Jacob gets a win.
Finally.
That ties the score up at 5 each. Looks like White's got two queens. Delivers mate in one. So
Mate in one.
So that takes the lead back for Baylor D. They're up by 1 heading into the third round. No, the fourth round. Going to the final round. So that game between Legit Chess and Jacob is probably going to have to be played in Matter, which is kind of unfortunate for
Yep.
UNLVC. Unless UNLV can sweep on this round, we'll see. I'm not ruling
We'll
it
have to
out.
see. Wait, so the score is what? Sorry?
5-6 in favor of Baylor.
Oh, is the 12th game the Jacob game?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
That's actually really annoying. Um, I have absolutely no idea what happened to that game in particular.
Well, we could take solace in the fact that if Baylor managed to get 2.5 in this final round, then they wouldn't even need that game. And let's see, Topher, that's my boy on Baylor. I like his opening position here. Very, very nice stuff. He has the move E5 available to him currently, which I like quite a lot. So I hope that he plays that move. And Jacob is playing his final round game right now against Beep Durple,
Yep. And both board.
also with a very nice position that I like. It looks like against French. Ah, no. Well,
It was a Carl Khan,
Harold.
the
This
French's
was,
cousin.
I don't know what the hell this was, but it was something. Either way, looking good for Jacob. That's what I would like to announce. Ooh, but Topher kind of screwing the pooch a little bit here. We're keeping it a buck.
What's happening to Topher's
Oh, but it looks like Ethan willing to give it back, and then oh goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, Rook AE1, I guess.
Don't blunder the rook. Don't blunder the rook. Rook AE1, the bishop comes out somewhere.
What am I? What?
Topher,
What
Topher's,
the?
Topher's opening the e file at all costs. He was threatening mate in 1, but the bishop comes out with tempo on the rook on e1.
Okay, Rook
And
E1 to E2, D7, win, easy.
yeah, d7's looking strong. Okay, so we have all 4 round 4 games underway. Oh, they just aborted.
Well, nice knowing you. Oh,
Oh, bishop to
go
d4
for
pen.
over. All right, King G2, come on.
So d7 just missing the pen.
Come on, King G2. King G2, and then we bait him into Bishop takes E3. Queen takes
Bishop
E3.
takes. Oh, queen takes. Okay.
Don't
Okay.
play G6.
g6, the only move for black that wins. That's wild. Nothing else works. Kind of makes sense, though.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a ton of sense, but
g6. Even g5 is losing.
what? Really?
Apparently. With queen e7, king
Huh.
g7, and then queen
Oh,
takes.
because there's Queen takes G5. Check, that's why.
Ah. So g6, and they found it. They played the only winning
All right.
move.
Queen takes C5, check D4.
Can we still just go queen e8?
we can do this. There's king g7 there.
Oh, but I mean, still, they might have fallen for it
I mean, falling for what? Like
by taking the
equalizing the
queen.
position?
Taking the queen, exactly.
Hmm. Ooh, Ethane versus Dormammu is kind of an interesting game. Ethane has a very nice position here. Kind of what you dream about in the Nimzo Indian. He's got those doubled isolated C pawns, a juicy knight on e4. It's good stuff. I think knight e4 was a bit premature, but nonetheless, still a nice position for black. You want to go like queen a5, bishop e6, or even bishop a6, knight a5, right? Get castled, do all that kind of stuff.
I'm not looking at the same game you are.
Hmm,
Which game are you
that's
looking at?
unfortunate.
Dormammu?
I was looking at Ethane, although I
Yeah.
do want to jump over to Jacob, who it looks like is about to win an exchange. That'll be big for his winning chances.
So Baylor needs 2 points to at least get to 8, and they need 2.5 for a win outright. And yeah, Jacob's starting off strong here on board 4 with the exchange, so that's a good start. They also have a connected pass pawn. I guess technically both sides do.
Oh, Marcus just blundered a piece,
Oh, look at that.
and legit chess found it.
Blocking with the queen. Well, I guess the piece
Well,
was going to
so
be blundered anyways after queen
legit
f3.
chess and Ethan both likely to win here, and that means if Dormammu can pull out their game against Ethane. Oh wait, no. Yeah. If Dormammu can pull out their game against Ethane, then it comes down to Jacob's game versus Beat Dirple. And if Jacob wins that one, then the missed game in the second round will become relevant.
I think it's going to be relevant.
And so we'll have to decide if they're going to play it out to see who advances, or if it's going to be a forfeited game, in which case I believe that would give
Baylor the win. Or no,
no
UNLVC.
UNLV the win, right?
Yeah, sorry. Oh boy. Okay, legit chess did get their win against Marcus.
Against Marcus. Oh, and Toph Rofer is about to lose to Ethan Cusack.
So that is actually legit chess's
What
first point.
is Ethan Cusack doing? Good lord.
He's BMing.
He is doing the BM.
Hopefully they stalemate.
I would laugh so hard.
Oh. There it is. So with that,
I got scared.
now
That's
UNLV has a
two,
lead.
right? By
Yep.
one.
So UNLV needs 1.5 points out of these next two to win. They just need 1 point out of the two to force a draw. So what's happening? Jacob looks good.
I think Jacob's gonna win.
And Ethane looks good. So
Ethane doesn't. Oh, Ethane does look really good. So that's good for Baylor,
okay,
right?
but they need queen d8 though.
Yeah.
That's the only move. Because right now both pieces are hit on the a file. Queen d8 defends the knight, which protects the bishop for the time being.
Yeah,
So,
he did kind of mess it up here a little bit. He knows the right strategic ideas, clearly Black does, Ethane. but is having trouble executing them correctly here.
Is you gotta find queen d8. Hmm.
I think he will.
Okay, queen d8. I was thinking about knight e5 here, trying to take on d7. Maybe then
Knight
there's
e5
just like
trying to take on d7.
maybe there's just bishop to c8, but you're just retreating all of a sudden.
Yeah, but still, all the long-term weaknesses are whites, not blacks, so it's not a huge deal if he has to retreat for a minute to kind of organize his stuff.
Look at that bishop on a1.
Terrible, horrible piece.
It's so
Like,
sad.
black is basically just playing up a piece here.
Takes. Okay, now knight e5. Same idea. This also weakens c4. So knight e5 defends c4. I don't even know if you want to take on c4, allowing the c3 pawn potential of moving to c4.
Yeah, not right now. I mean, that pawn is basically just dead regardless.
Yeah. So castles again. Knight takes d7 now.
Yeah, now white all of a sudden is out.
And knight takes
And
d7 is not that hard to find it either. Oh,
oh, and he lets him out. Okay. So d6, I guess.
or bishop c8. Similar idea.
Bishop c8 is also possible. Queen f6 is also a move. Queen f6 very tricky
Queen
actually. I think knight
f6.
g4 is the only move.
Queen f6, knight g4, and then h5.
No, your queen is hanging on f6. You probably would have to go back.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so bishop c8 is played. So that unpins the knight, which is good for black. Both sides at a minute and a half. I want to look at the other game, Jacob and Beep Durple. What's happening? Rook versus bishop. So Jacob should win this one fairly easily. Gonna win the a
Mm-hmm.
pawn.
Gonna win the a pawn and then get a queen.
Rook h4.
I think just rook b4 and then a4. Keep the king cut off from the a file. Rook d4 is the worst option of them all.
Yeah, if you're gonna go rook h4, you should do it right away. Don't give the king an extra move.
But yeah, I still think Jacob probably pulls this one out, so it's really gonna come down to Ethane.
Oh, you could sack for the bishop here.
Whoa.
Little
What is going
dangerous
on
with
in
the
this
h pawn
game?
though.
Dormammu's just winning after knight e5. Well,
Knight
maybe not
e5.
winning. What the?
Knight e5
There's
win
like
should
bishop d. There's like bishop d7 there, I
doesn't
think.
matter. Just take the exchange.
Ah, you're right. Yeah. Wow.
Bishop
So
d7's a nice try though.
yeah. Oh my God! And then B Durple's gonna draw Jacob.
No way.
Yeah, he
Dude.
blew it. He went for the H pawn.
So
Dude,
then
he like
what's
took bishop.
tricky is
Dude, I was wondering if he was
yeah,
gonna
you
do
push
that.
the
If he was gonna
pawn.
go for the H pawn and then draw.
Yeah, it's better it's better to not trade the rook there. Like you could do it, but you have to be very precise in this endgame because you have an H pawn, which only wins if you're
That's
fast
only gonna
enough, but
be
he pushed his
6.5 for Baylor, right?
oh my
So they lose
goodness.
regardless.
Well, no, or
Yeah.
oh, is Ethane losing this game? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, he is.
King is black. Yeah. This is pretty much
Well,
GG to be
he
honest.
needs to take. Oh, apparently knight h6 is the best move. That's a brutal move. But yeah, rook takes d8. Now or after knight h6 check is the only winning continuation for Dormammu. So, yep, Dormammu is going to get this point. He finds knight h6. Very nice. And yeah, rook takes on d8 with check. And white's just up a rook. Well, no,
Mm-hmm.
no. After pawn takes, they're gonna be up in exchange, so not quite over. But I mean, yeah. Look at this bishop on a1 though. Like, is that even a piece
I mean, it will be eventually.
at some point? So rook takes d8, and luckily for
Oh,
black,
rook
they have
c8
this
here.
a7
If you're
pawn.
no, rook a8's not as good. Rook c8's the move. Oh, well, that hangs a
This
bishop.
is a fork, yeah. All right. Rook takes e4. Okay, the bishop opens up finally, and the knight's pinned as well.
Yep. What a
So
move.
just take, and yeah,
Rook
Dormammu's gonna
a6
win
now.
this, and Jacob and Beep Durple did draw. So a
Yep.
huge blunder
What a clutch.
from Jacob. And yeah, with the one from Dormammu, that last game is actually not going to matter. So
Mm-hmm.
so they don't even have to play it.
Indeed, mating 2 here for Dormammu. Very nice. Very well done to UNLV. Did it in the regular season and in the postseason.
Yeah, but credit to Baylor, they made it really close.
They did.
Um,
Very competitive match.
so I think UNLV should probably just claim the forfeit. So final score would be 9.5 to 6.5. We do not have another match until I believe 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So congrats to UNLV moving on to the finals in Division 14. They are playing for a couple year-long diamond memberships for
That's pretty
first
cool.
place. So Division 14, we have no cash prizes, but we do have some really nice chess.com memberships to play for. So yeah, let me see who they're actually going to play against. I'm just curious what that division looks like. Okay, they are going to move on to play against the winner between George Mason University's D team and Northeastern's D team.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so UNLV is the favorite. They're the
George
second
Mason,
overall
the
seed.
Cinderella story.
I don't know.
They famously were the first 11 seed to make the Final Four in the NCAA tournament in the early
Oh,
2000s.
well, George Mason is the eighth seed. They are the lowest out of the semifinalists. So maybe we have that
Cinderella story.
Cinderella story, like you said. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that is it for now. We're gonna send you guys off on our raid, and we will be back at 4 p.m. Pacific in 1 hour. That is University of Florida versus University of Arizona in Division 10. So it's a C team versus Arizona's B team.
Oh, that's my boys and girls.
Arizona.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
that's your
go.
rivals, though. That's
I mean, it
you.
is, but it's still my Arizona brethren.
Okay. Yeah. I get you on that. But yeah, immediately after that match, we have a Buffalo versus Ottawa match in Division 6. So we have back-to-back matches, and then today the final match at 8 p.m. Pacific is going to be between my boys UCLA E versus Boston University D in Division 13.
UCLA E, eh? I like
Yeah.
it. All right.
All right, so stick around for the raid. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you back in 1 hour.
We'll see you in a bit.